Today, everyone, my topic is all about the theory of rational expectation. This theory has two types. First is adaptive expectation. Adaptive expectation is an economic theory which gives importance to past events in predicting outcomes. Adaptive decision makers use past trends and events to predict future outcomes. This is also known as backward-thinking decision making. Adaptive expectation can be used to predict inflation. If the inflation increased in the previous year, people expect an increased rate of inflation in the following year. For example, if the inflation has been higher than expected in the past, people would revise expectation for the future. Adaptive expectation are useful when you make forecast or future values of variable using only past values of the variables. So this is the formula for adaptive theory. Rational expectation is useful when you make forecasts of future values are made using all informations. Next is formal statement of the theory. Formal statement of the theory is usually a mathematical statement of a presumed relationship between two or more variables. We can state the theory of rational expectation somewhat more formally. If X stands for variable that is being forecast, which is Joe commuter's driving time. XE for the expectation of this variable, which is Joe's expectation of his driving time. OF for the optimal forecast of X using all available information. The theory of rational expectation then simply says XE of XOF, that is, the expectation of X equals the optimal forecast using all available information. Next is rationally behind the theory. Rationally behind the theory is a framework of understanding and often formally used social and economic behavior. Next is limitation of the theory. This theory has two common sense implication for forming expectation that are important in the analysis of both the stock market and aggregate economy. First is, if there is a change in the way a variable moves, the way in which expectation of this variable are formed will change as well. Example, if today's interest rate is high relative to the normal level, an optimal forecast of the interest rate in the future is that will decline to the normal level. Second is the forecast errors of expectation will, on average, be zero and cannot be predicted ahead of time. Rational expectation theory implies that forecast errors of expectation cannot be predicted. That's all. Thank you.